Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Friday, December 9th, 2022 by Gaia Blooming. I'm Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I take personal responsibility for aligning with my destiny. And today's astro is quite interesting to me. We have Venus at 29 degrees Sagittarius through good portion of the day until it shifts into Capricorn at 7:54 p.m. Pacific time. We have Jupiter still hanging out at that 29 degrees of Pisces, and we have Lilith hanging out at 29 degrees Cancer. So that means all of these energies, all of these 29 degree energies are activating each other. And anytime we have Lilith, it's a little bit like adding a little power keg to the energies. And I would say that Jupiter at 29 degrees already has some of that potential, and Venus at 29 Sagittarius is like, I'll light the match. So definitely an interesting combination. What I love here is Lilith in Cancer is prepared to help us shift out of places where we are complacent, complicit, uncomfortably comfortable, or comfortably uncomfortable, so that we can potentially break through. That being said, Lilith may be addressing deeply karmic energies as Lilith trines with Jupiter in Pisces. And one of the cards I have today is the past lives card, which is also the moon card. So it's just old stuff. This lifetime, other lifetimes that may be coming up to be addressed for you to take personal responsibility to shift and move through. Now, the Venus portion could be around money. It could be around your personal worth, your talents, your gifts. This could also be around relationship energy. This also could just be about personal balance. And as I'm saying the word balance, I am also feeling that South Node Scorpio energy being like balance and boundaries as well. So definitely some powerful potential pathways to walk through in this. And as we have Venus and Jupiter in a square, there can be a lot of discomfort. We may feel challenged by our own personal beliefs that are keeping us from fully embracing our personal value and our values. That could be part of it. We may feel like, the same thing keeps happening to me, in which we need to maybe potentially shift our mental patternings in here. It's up to you to notice that Lilith and Cancer energy, where you have been complacent, comfortably uncomfortable, uncomfortably comfortable. And that's going to be the key. And if you can listen to your soul, listen to those solutions, there is potential for incoming breakthrough. Now, the moon has shifted into Cancer for today. The moon actually shifts on Thursday, late in the evening, early Friday for some. And so your feelings may also come up big time between the moon in Cancer, which can just double the emotional energy, and Lilith at that 29 degree of Cancer connecting to Jupiter in Pisces. Your emotions may get quite watery in this energy. So be aware of them. But again, notice, are your feelings helping you recognize what's going on? Or are your feelings beginning your mental monkey mind telling stories? Oh, the monkey. We have the monkey mind telling stories that is then spiraling you. And if you are finding yourself in those mental story spirals, this may be an opportunity to address that energy, to bring that shift. All I can tell you is this energy is very potent and has a lot of potential for the shift that we've been talking about, but it's going to take you stepping up into that responsibility in and through this. We also have the moon today in Cancer opposing Mercury. Now this is interesting because we have Mercury in Capricorn, and Mercury in Capricorn can take charge. Mercury in Capricorn can decide to take that responsibility. However, you can also find yourself in the shoulds. I shoulda, woulda, coulda, done it this way, now woe is me. We could go in that direction with this. And again, if these things come up, there's always time where we need to hold space for that energy, and then there's time to shift it. And so just recognizing what process you're at, and we have to let the processes move through, but also Mercury in Capricorn, you get to direct. So be aware of that. And again, be aware of how your feelings are feeding into this. I also feel like a lot of the shoulds come from outside of us and not necessarily from our soul self or from solution. And so if you are feeling shouldy, this may be a call to notice who has put the shoulds on you and where can you shake off the shoulds. Where can you shake off the shoulds to realign with yourself? Now this or these cards are, well, they're topped off by this, the flowering card. So it is your divine responsibility to bloom, to rise into your destiny. And that is kind of this call to soul that we have. But you are going to have to combat the monkey mind, where you're telling those stories, those shoulds, and maybe even some of these old karmic patterns. That being said, today is a Magic School Bus Day. I always call this card the Magic School Bus, where we do look at the shadows so that we can move into the light, so we can shift into the blooming. But it's going to be up to you, that divine responsibility. Now, Venus into Capricorn. Venus in Capricorn wants commitment. But what if, instead of looking outside of yourself to commitment, you look to yourself to commit to your destiny, to your higher purpose, to your purpose, to what steps, decisions, self-care you need to make along the line to align with that. That, to me, is that higher calling of Venus in Capricorn. Now, Venus in Capricorn, like I said, loves commitment, and so often we look outside of ourselves, whether it's to a job or a parent or a partner, whoever we're looking to be able to hold that energy, to hold that kind of strength, that commitment is. And yet, to me, this is definitely a call to personal commitment. So keep that in mind for the next month-ish. I didn't look up to see when Venus will be moving. I believe it's just right after we shift into the new year that we'll have Venus moving into Aquarius. So roughly for the next month, we will have this Venus in Capricorn energy. That being said, for most of Saturday, we're also going to have, for Friday evening and most of Saturday, we're going to have Venus at 0 degrees. And that can often feel like the grace is gone. So do be aware of that and then through the energy. So if you're watching this on Thursday, I will be doing a live on the Gaia Blooming Facebook page, and I also believe on YouTube with Nicole Oman and Ryan Oman to bring forth an offering they have that I think is beautiful. So come check that out. You can always watch the replay, but it might be fun if you can interact with us. You never know what can happen there. So that's going to be on Friday, and then the replay should be up after that. You can book a reading. I have my year ahead readings available. You can buy a gift certificate for somebody for the holidays. And besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, and honor your values. And I'm hearing again, honor your boundaries. And that might be part of that Jupiter at 29, which isn't boundaryful, but that might be a lesson. Namaste.